Yeah,
It's
we're
always fun to
live.
do this. Oh, heck yeah. What's
Yeah,
up, everybody?
hopefully I'm not too rusty being on stream.
Eh? Oh, here we go. Eric Live returns!
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, how have you been, Basin?
I've been good. Been trying to work hard and fast.
Yeah.
Just trying to get shit done. Before class. I'm taking a class at
At CDA.
yeah.
Oh, sorry if
So
I just doxed your.
no, it doesn't matter. It's online.
Yeah, they drop into the Zoom recording.
Yeah. I never know how private to be on this. I mean, it doesn't matter. But yeah, trying to get stuff done before that, and Lightbox as well. Which
Oh yeah,
have you thought
Lightbox.
about going to Lightbox?
I would consider going. The reason I've been less interested as the years go by is like the prices keep getting more expensive to go there.
Yeah.
And
for
like
real.
it seems like there's less benefit year after year just
Mhm.
because the industry keeps like degrading over time.
Yeah,
So it's just like
that's fair. That's super fair.
but it's also like one of the only like animation centric things that goes on, so it's like, well, at least I'll like see people if I go there, but
Yeah.
I might go. When is it?
It is October 25th to the 27th. If you do
Okay.
decide to go, I'm going on Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know if I'll go.
Yeah. No pressure, obviously. Yeah, it is expensive, and like, I'm sure it'll be. I don't know how productive it'll be, but I don't know. Might as well try it out once,
Yeah.
and
Have
then
you
decide. Oh, this was this was valuable, or oh, this was not that valuable.
did you go to CTN ever?
I went once before. I think it was pre-college though. Like I don't even know why I went. I think I just went to go.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's valuable doing that before college and everything because that's like
Yeah, I think I just wanted to see what it's about. But,
yeah,
Um,
'cause it's elusive trying to figure out how to get into animation when you're first starting out, you know?
yeah.
Like good if there's some event where you can kind of just get the gist of something, you know?
Right. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, how about yourself? Hey Ben. I mean, you're probably. How long did jet lag take to recover?
For me, it wasn't that bad. It was worse
Okay.
for Clarice, but
Oh, 'cause she was there longer, probably.
yeah, but she also was working there for
Oh, I
like
see.
the first 2 weeks, so she was like fully nocturnal
Oh.
in Singapore when she was for those first 2 weeks.
Oh shit. Yeah. That
But
would definitely.
yeah, but it was literally like the second day I was like completely adjusted to it
Oh, sick.
because I got on the plane and it was like a night flight or whatever, or like a red eye, whatever you
Yeah.
call it.
So you
And
just slept.
yeah, well, I tried to hold off on sleeping for a bit,
Mhm.
but well, I don't know what my plan was exactly because I was like, okay, I'll try to hold off on sleeping, but I'll also make myself go to sleep by drinking and then like passing out.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
But so I like watched like I watched part of like Napoleon. I guess that was like later on in the flight, but I just kind of like oh no, I watched Face Off first
Oh heck yeah! Was it your first time or?
No, it was my it was just I just wanted to watch it because there was everything else like wasn't really good just
Yeah.
selection wise. Then I saw Face Off and I was like, I'll just watch this because I know it's good at least.
Yeah.
But but it like for the flight version, it was like super censored to the point where like it made it a worse movie.
Oh dang
Like
it.
there's like little like first of all, you know the whole opening part and it has Nicolas Cage and like he's like
Hallelujah.
yeah. And then it's like
Yeah.
that crazy shot where he like grabs the woman's ass and then he's just has
Yeah.
like this insane face. Like
Yeah.
they cut that out of it. And I feel like that was such a like that's such a like important part for his character because that kind of just fully encapsulates how like insane this guy is, you know?
Yeah. And like the tone of the rest of the movie.
Yeah, because
Like it.
it's such a goofy moment.
Yeah.
But they cut that out and they cut out like other stuff, like stuff that I can't remember exactly what it was they cut out, but it like just you could tell they cut things out because like the pacing of like a conversation was clunky or it didn't make sense why they would respond that specific type of way and stuff like that.
Oh man.
But it was interesting because then I watched Napoleon and like it seemed like they didn't censor anything and there's like scenes where like he's having sex and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I'm just I'm just like and I have an aisle seat and I'm just thinking like geez like could be a kid behind me seeing this like it's
Yeah.
so I feel like it's like an issue of back in the day like they probably censored movies for planes a lot
Yeah.
harsher and now it's just like a lot more like you know like there's like swearing in like TV shows and stuff now and I
Right.
feel like censorship just for like traditional media has kind of loosened up over the years, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad the flight was fine because I was really dreading that like 17-hour flight.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was
Yeah. At least it's chill.
yeah, because I landed at like 5 a.m.
Mhm.
and and I mean I was like super jet lagged the first day. Like we got back and then I stayed up for like a little bit and then I took like a decent nap. I think we woke up at like around noon or something like that.
Mhm.
Or I can't remember, but like I was jet lagged as hell that day. And then I like just passed out earlier, like around 9 p.m. And then like I felt like adjusted by that point, you know?
Mm. Yeah, I think going there is usually chiller, right? Than coming back or
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't know.
people say. And it was easier than coming back, but even
Mhm.
coming back, it wasn't
Too bad.
that bad.
Sick.
But I also have like experience having like a really bad sleep schedule sometimes, so it wasn't like that difficult to kind of like adjust back.
Right.
But
How was the trip though? It was good
yeah,
time?
no, yeah, I enjoyed it. We
Heck
just
yeah.
we would usually like just me and Clarice would go out into the city during the day and then we'd either like meet one of her family members for like lunch or something
Mhm.
and then we'd meet them for dinner too. So it was like a nice mix of different things, just like sightseeing, but then also like meeting her family and stuff.
Sick. It went smoothly?
Yeah, I thought it went smoothly.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, there was like a lot of really good food.
Gosh. Yeah,
Like
I wanna go someday.
I tried a bunch of new stuff. Like all stuff that like a lot of stuff that like you would say to an American to freak them out, like, oh, like you're gonna eat chicken feet when you were there. But I tried it and I thought it was good. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have it a lot just because like it's a pain in the ass, like spitting out all the like tiny bones and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it's not bad. But we went to this place called the Hell Museum when we were
Oh,
there,
what?
and like
So,
it was like they like refurbished it or whatever recently, so like there's this nice kind of like educational kind of area in the front where it has like a video kind of breaking down all the world religions and their history, and then
oh,
yeah, and then like kind of explaining different concepts of hell and stuff. And then like
that's cool.
yeah, and then there's like this hallway with just like all these like super extensive like infographics, like kind of like comparing the different religions and like where they stem from, and like talking about how like a lot of religions started through like Zoroastrianism like thousands of years ago and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then like just interesting stuff where it's like like these religions have like a cyclical like idea of time, and then these ones have like a linear idea of it, and just like interesting stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
That sounds awesome.
oh yeah, it was cool. And then you go out back and like there's all these like completely horrifying like sculptures depicting different like types of punishment in hell. Like so, and I think it was like, I don't know what religion it was based on specifically. It might have been like Hinduism, but
Mhm.
like and there it's funny because there's some where it's like this happens to you if you get bad grades and talk back to your parents, and then like it'll just have a guy being like sawed in half, and then like just like extremely gruesome like sculptures of like torture being done to people.
Oh my
But
God.
it was definitely entertaining seeing that.
No,
It's
that actually sounds super sick. I'll want to check that out one day.
no, yeah, if you go to Singapore, you should see it because it's like a really unique like museum. But yeah, it was like it was funny because Clarice's dad was mentioning that he went there when he was like a little kid, and like it's just it that would definitely traumatize you if you're young, because it's like
Yeah.
I mean really like I'll show you some like photos of it
Oh,
like
heck yeah.
later on, but it's
Yeah.
super gruesome. Oh yo, what's up? What's up, Danny? Yeah, I've been good though. We should skate again.
I know. I'm so down. So you guys are moving in a week before Thanksgiving, huh?
Yeah, yeah, around then.
Damn.
Then we'll be back in a few months.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna miss you guys when
Yeah,
you're gone.
no, yeah, that's the main downside, like not hanging with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But we can do some online hangs.
Oh yeah, the shop.
But it'll go by quickly, just because time goes by quick for me now, at least.
No, it does for sure.
But you've been you mentioned your oh wait, how was your Chicago trip?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I love that city. Honestly, every time I go, I fall in love with that city.
Yeah, it
If I
feels
wasn't such a SoCal boy, if I didn't grow up here, I'd probably try and find any excuse to move out there.
yeah. No, it has a very like a really unique feel when you're in the city.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of, well, at least we were staying in downtown at my friend's place and kind of felt like small in a good way. Like everything felt accessible and um, how do I, quaint is not the right word. It's like, I don't know. Just
Just
like,
like a good size for a person where it's not just like infinite out there, you know? Is that it?
it felt like intimate in a way. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but
I
it
think
was a
I
great time.
yeah, I know what you mean though. Like I'd imagine like a place like New York, it's like just a
A little
million.
cold and a little, I don't know,
Yeah,
cramped and a little,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Like I mean, out in LA at least, like when I mean, not like I'm not saying this in like a mean way, but like when I see people out like on the street in LA, in my head I'm just like, oh, this is like LA inhabitant, you know, like number like 1,038,000 or whatever.
hmm
But I'd assume that like there it's a little more, I don't know, just less sprawling or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to go back there. It would be nice to go there like not on like a family trip because I the only time I ever go there is like when we're visiting for Thanksgiving and stuff.
Right. Yeah, man. Let me know. I'll tag along.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So did you like, or I guess, no, let's talk about it. Anyways, have you seen the trailer for Common Side Effects?
I don't know if did they drop a new trailer? I thought I saw like a promo for it or something a little while ago.
Oh, that might have been it.
No,
I
but
might have been late to the party.
the thing I saw it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Ow.
And it's like Green Street Productions. It's like a new studio that's doing it.
Oh, really?
I think so. I know
Who's like art directing it or
it might is it like Benji Brook? Is he doing it?
oh, that would make sense. It looks familiar, like the
I know the guy that made it is um
oh, it says Joe Bennett.
yeah, Joe
And
Bennett. Yeah. But I
oh,
know Benji Brook had something to do with it cuz he's kind
Greg
of
Daniels is producing.
oh yeah.
Oh fuck. I gotta watch this shit. Mike Judge and Greg Daniels? Come on.
Damn.
Green Street Pictures. Oh, are you guys hiring?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's torture when you see something cool and you're like, "Fuck,
Fuck.
I want to work on it."
I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
I hope
got
it does
everything
well.
says next time you see someone in that position, ask how they got there instead of assuming. It could always be you.
Yeah. Good
Is that referring
advice.
to the conversation we just had? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like good advice. Did we assume something? I don't know. Maybe we did.
Yeah, it's tricky though. It's always like a game of like right place, right. I mean, you need skills obviously, but just be like there's so
There's no
few.
formula, you know.
Yeah, it's like
Doesn't seem like there's one, anyways.
yeah, the tricky thing about the biz.
Levi asks, when do we get a sequel to Major Bummage? Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm finishing up like a new animation right now, and then I'm gonna go like all in on Major Bummage 2.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's
How is that shortcoming?
I'm like editing it right now. There's like a couple shots where I'm like kind of tinkering with the timing of the animation again. Just like three shots, but all the rest are like exported and in Premiere. But yeah, I don't know. There's certain things that I feel like I learned doing this one, that certain mistakes, or not even mistakes, but just
Lessons.
certain lessons I learned doing this one, because I tried to make it easier on myself with certain things, but it's actually just making it more difficult to make things like stitch together smoothly, like in the phase I'm in now. So there's like a lot of like I'm doing like a lot of like editing, like I bring things into Premiere and I kind of get them to where I can work with it, and then like I realize like I should maybe, it would be nice if like we cut to this character's reaction like of the other character saying this thing like instead. So it's like stuff like that where it's like I just need to be super strict about like not starting the animation before I have like a finished animatic, just so I like know for sure that like everything is gonna like play the way that I want it to play, like from the outset.
Right.
And then yeah, just on the next thing, like I feel like it's important to have like a mentality of like figuring out how to make things easier for yourself when you can. But I feel like I did that way too much on this one, and like I said, it causes other difficulties that you wouldn't expect. So I want to be a little more like not afraid to have some like fully animated shots on the next thing I do, just so I can, because I don't want to lean too far into like, oh, I'm just like trying to make everything easy to do, you know, like there's like a good balance that can be struck with that. But and then the other thing I want to do is like like just kind of like behave a little more like a producer on the next thing I do. So just have like a really strict like production schedule, so I can like really kind of like wrangle myself to get things done quicker. Because like I'm tracking like everything I'm doing right now, but I didn't start out with like a production schedule or anything, or like, oh, I need to have this done by this time so I can move on to this thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So if I do that, I feel like I'll be in a good spot. But yeah.
That's good though, that like, I don't know, I feel like this little project in between helped you level up.
Yeah,
in a way.
I hope.
Sounds like.
I hope. I mean, it's Yeah, I feel I'm happy with like what I learned out of the thing I'm doing now. I just
Heck
hope
yeah.
I'm just in this stressful stage right now where I'm like I just need to like mess around with the edit to the point where it just feels right, you know? Like
Hmm.
that's such a it's in that like that last stage where it's like it's almost fully there, but there's just like these little problems that I'm having that are like making it feel like uncertain. But I know I'll figure out like the answer to what I'm to the problem I have or whatever. It's just figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see the new short.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it's done.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, and then I want to try to like set up like a Patreon and stuff and try to get
Ooh.
try to like update that
Yeah.
like regularly and see if I can like because that'll kind of make it more like if people are interested they can kind of see the behind the scenes of certain things, you know.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So that's the plan, but yeah, major bummage. Yeah, Levi, major bummage 2 will be out relatively soon, not not like this month, but it'll be rolling soon.
Can't rush perfection. Is the line from Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I always think about that line.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
Such a good scene.
Yeah, I know I've mentioned this before, but like when Al first like walks into his apartment and it says like no children allowed. Like when you see that as a kid, you're like, "Oh my god." Like
What the fuck?
are you still working on the boards you were working on?
Yeah. Yeah. I got held up with a bunch of life stuff, but
Yeah.
back to being productive.
Yeah.
Trying my best on that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Oh hell yeah! I want to show you soon. Hopefully I'm done soon.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can have like a just kind of like a film workshop type of thing where we just kind of show each other what we're working on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome actually. Wait, we should. I'm gonna message the group chat right after this.
Yeah. That's something I kind of want to get back into, just like force myself to show people stuff before I make it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be good. That's another thing with this short I'm doing. I'm like, did I have like shown people this idea before I started making it? Like, I mean, I like the idea, but it's one of those things that I'm like, I worry like, is this something that only I would like? Like, would anybody else find this funny or? I think people will find it funny, but it's just like one of those thoughts in the back of my head, you know?
Right.
That's like inevitable. Like it's an inevitability having those thoughts when you're working on like an animated short, just because
Yeah.
there's so much time that goes into it. So you're just like, it starts to become like a surreal like idea of like people actually seeing it, you know? Because it's like
Right.
only you that sees it for like God knows how long, and you know it inside and out, so it's like you can't even really like predict how somebody might react to it.
I feel that.
But yeah, I don't know.
That feels pretty universal to the process of filmmaking.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever go away.
yeah, I don't think it will. I mean, that's part of why I like it, because it's just like you put like this like ridiculous amount of work into something, and you're just it starts to feel like exciting, like when you get to the point where you can show people it, because it's just like such a rare event. Like it feels like a holiday almost.
Yeah.
Oh, I also saw on the flight back on the flight back I watched what is it? God, what's it called? The French animated movie with the bear and the mouse, Ernest and
Oh, Ernest and
Celestine.
Celestine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched. I think it was like the second movie or something. And yeah, I liked it.
Oh, there's a sequel to that?
Yeah, it was. I know it wasn't the first one. It was the one where they like go to the Ernest's like hometown.
Uh,
But yeah, the animation was super cool.
that's by the guy who did Migration, right?
Oh yeah, it is. Forgot.
I started Migration. I haven't finished it though.
Yeah, I know Clarice watched it on her flight, and she said it was fine. It was like mediocre.
Right. I figured.
Damn, the first one came out in 2012. But yeah, I like the animation a lot, and like thought it had like a nice kind of like the story felt simple, you know, like it
Hmm.
wasn't too like they weren't like trying to uh like overextend or whatever with the story, which I thought was like a more of like a lower stakes type of thing, which I enjoyed. But
Lowering the stakes in animation? That's taboo. No.
I just think of like Luca did that. And I thought it was that
Oh,
was a good
true.
one.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Because there's a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, we need to get
The thing,
the amulet of truth to save
the universe.
what yeah, just like a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
But then I also watched Dodgeball after that.
Heck yeah.
And I mean it's not really good, honestly.
Right. I
I
wouldn't I doubt it. I haven't seen it since I was like 10, I feel like.
Yeah, it's me too. Like I hadn't seen it since I was like 10, and
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching it just because it's like a movie from my childhood and stuff. But
Right.
it's weird like watching it now because like now I'm just thinking like, man, I feel like I could have wrote like a way better script than this. Like a lot of these jokes feel like really just kind of like they just threw some random shit in there and it doesn't feel like super well thought out like the comedy or whatever.
Yeah. It's
But
like they're just trying things.
yeah. Well, the thing about those movies that I feel like even though like I rewatched it now and I feel like it's not very good. The reason I give it a pass is just because of like Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller's performances, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they have like a really good comedic presence to them. So even if like they're working with like a shit script, like it's still you still kind of like enjoy seeing them play these characters, so you can kind of give it a pass.
Yeah.
But the other day I was watching like a some video about how like Dumb and Dumber the sequel is like it was funded through like a Ponzi scheme or something. Something like that.
Oh, really?
And but that got me think cuz I was like seeing like the clips from the first Dumb and Dumber and I was just thinking like and that's always been like a like my parents like loved that movie and they would like show us that when we were kids and stuff.
Heck yeah.
And like so I've like seen that movie a ton, but that just got me thinking about that movie and that's like a super good like comedy movie. Like it I feel like that one stands the test of time.
I need to rewatch it, but yeah, I remember I loved that movie as a kid. Especially once they get to Aspen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that movie goes off the rails.
But also just like like I don't know, like there's something about like like really dumb characters in comedies that works super well. Like you can
Yeah.
like really like do a lot, go like a long way with the humor because I just think of like Beavis and Buttheads like that where it's like the characters are like really dumb but like it's the like a lot of the comedy like comes from like how they're interacting with their environment and stuff like that and like just seeing how they maneuver through like this kind of like mundane normal world but I feel like Dumb and Dumber kind of has that quality because it's like the story like for the movie is like completely ridiculous, you know, like he's
Yeah.
like just like a limo driver and like he drives a woman to her flight and then he just becomes obsessed with her and he's trying to get this suitcase that she left in there like in his limo to her and he's like they go on this like ridiculous road trip and they're like driving in the wrong direction and stuff. Like there's like it's just such a ridiculous like concept and I don't know, just something about it really works.
Yeah. The dog vehicle,
Yeah.
everything.
And then just I mean, sorry for spoilers, but I mean, it's been out since 94, so.
Yeah.
But like, it's so funny how it just ends with like Mary's like married to somebody. So it's just like all of it's for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
I love that.
Yeah.
I should rewatch it.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that's like fully burned into my brain. Like I could probably like replay the sound of it like just back in my head, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember loving Ace Ventura too. I mean, Jim Carrey was such a goat back then.
Yeah. And that's the thing about I mean, I feel like just movies in general, but like specifically comedies, like if you're like I don't know, like there's like I don't know, just if the main people like acting in it aren't like comedic, like somebody that you just see as like a funny person, then I feel like it just doesn't work, you know, cuz like they like so back in the day there was like the buddy comedies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Right.
And
Like
like
twins and
yeah, and Junior and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like those movies just like work so well just because of like the dynamic between the two, and like Danny DeVito is really funny and Arnold's also really funny like when he's like put in the right context, you know. And just those movies, those like buddy comedies that they did are like classics, I feel like. And like I feel like a modern version of that they're trying to do is like the buddy comedies that they do with The Rock and Kevin Hart, you know?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen them, but are they any good?
I mean, I don't think they're very I mean, my parents like them, but I I just feel like they're not that funny, you know? Like
Hmm.
I, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened to like comedy movies. Like it seems like there's not many of them that work nowadays.
Yeah, it feels like studios aren't really making like Dumb and Dumbers and stuff like that anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like there's funny movies, but like I feel like you don't think of them as comedy movies, you know, like the movies now that have funny stuff in them. It's more like
They're like quippy, but it's like action adventure or something.
yeah, yeah, it's like primarily like a different genre.
Yeah.
But maybe just the format just doesn't work anymore. Kind of like with sitcoms. Like I feel like sitcoms are like dead now.
Yeah, like the multicam setup.
Yeah.
Although I think kids really love Young Sheldon. Like I think my nephew loves Young Sheldon.
That's
And
funny because on the flight there's a kid in front of me watching Young Sheldon the entire flight.
yeah,
And
no, I mean, dude, it's so weird. I was like taking a walk, and I live like near, I think it's like a elementary middle school combo thing.
yeah.
But I was walking by and I just eavesdropped on these two kids, and he's like, "Yeah, in that episode of Young Sheldon when something's like," I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
This is like, there's too many times in my life where people are mentioning Young Sheldon, and they're like
Yeah.
young, young boys. Like I guess they found their demographic. Like,
Yeah,
it's a hit.
that's super interesting because for years I was always flabbergasted by the existence of Young Sheldon because I just like I don't know who's watching that, you know?
Yeah.
But I get
No,
also like
it's
also the like the I would just like glance up from my seat and like I would see this kid watching Young Sheldon. For most of the flight I didn't even know it was a kid. I was kind of surprised and I saw a kid was watching it like near the end of the flight. But I was just thinking, like, God, who the fuck would want to watch this? Like, this kid is like the most annoying piece of shit character. Like, I can just tell this kid's like an annoying piece of shit. Like, in this show, like, he's like this snarky, know-it-all character and everything, and they make him look like as nerdy as possible,
Right.
and it's just like, who the hell would want to root for a person like this, you know? Like, and then I see it's a kid watching it, a kid watching it, and then I'm like, oh, that actually makes sense. They probably like identify with this
Yeah.
character, you know?
It's probably like kids who think they're smart, which
Yeah.
is every kid. Every
Yeah.
kid thinks they're smart.
Oh, you think you're hot shit?
Is
Arjun?
that what I should have said to those kids talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're smarter than me, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, that was. I wonder if that's like always been the case. Like it's just been more of a hit with kids. But the thing about that show is that it's not the sitcom for. Well, I mean it's a sitcom.
Oh no, it's
but
not multicam. You're right.
Yeah.
It's single cam. It's just like
Yeah, it's like
it's not
like
documentary style, right? It's just like single cam. It's
yeah, just it's like the Malcolm in the Middle type
yeah,
of way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think multicam sitcoms are dead. Dead.
Yeah. You think
Which
like
yeah.
you think part
What
of
do
that
you-
had to do with like everybody like memeing on like laugh tracks and stuff?
Uh, it could be, but there were multicam shows. Wait, were there that didn't have laugh tracks? I'm trying to think. No, they did. They did all have live audiences.
Yeah, I
pretty
feel like
much.
they all do. Yeah, I can't think of like
Uh,
anything that didn't have a laugh track.
I don't know if that's what killed it. I think I'm no expert, but I imagine it was the docu style. Like that really changed the landscape of sitcoms,
Oh,
like The Office.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because even like Modern Family
Yeah.
is like that, and it like what's the like the Clarice says young Sheldon's a legend. Wow. Nice try. But like with the like what's the like what's the meta context behind Modern Family, because like
Right.
it's shot like a documentary, but it's just like of this family. Like
No,
are they
yeah.
like why is that documentary crew there, you know?
Right. I'm pretty sure The Office and Parks and Recs are the only docu-style shows I can think of that actually use the framing device. Like, it's very clear that they're just documentarians who want to study these groups of people in this setting. Because even
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine uses like the documentary style filming, but there is no documentary framing whatsoever. It's just the style.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the weirder Modern Family is, because like they even have the interviews with the characters.
The talking heads, yeah.
Because does Brooklyn Nine-Nine, did they do that where they have like interviews with characters?
Can't recall if they did. I want to say they don't. Or maybe they do.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like
But they would do cutaways. Like, they would be talking about something like, oh, yeah, that's like that time where... And then they'd cut to that situation. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
Huh.
which doesn't make sense with the documentary style
Yeah.
framing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that like yeah, they just kind of like moved away from the one format that always worked, and they kind of blended into this like new faux documentary structure. Like even if
It's
like that's not what they're even going for.
right. I wonder if it's just like kind of an aesthetic rejection of theater, you know? I think more and more, like as the generations pass, younger people are less interested in the idea of theater. They want things to be as real as possible, or as real looking as possible.
Yeah, like it feels too like old school.
Yeah, whereas multicam sitcoms, it was three walls, you know? It was a play. It's a teleplay,
Yeah.
you know? And I think, but I don't know. I grew up loving those multicam sitcoms, and I wonder what it would look like if one were made today. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I mean it can be done, I bet. Like
yeah,
because like I mean I'll rewatch Seinfeld and I feel like that still feels fresh to me just because I feel like the comedy still holds up a lot.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think it could be done, and I think I would, if it's written well, I would enjoy it a lot. But I don't know if the audience would be large enough for something
Yeah.
like that to exist anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Be tricky to convince people to watch something like that. I feel like the last time something like that was big was when they like rebooted Roseanne, you know?
Oh yeah,
That was the last time I ever heard any buzz around a multicam thing.
yeah, or like the Goldbergs or something.
But the Goldbergs, that was even that was wait, did they do the was that like a docu style thing?
Oh, was it? I have no idea. I
Actually, I don't
assumed it was multicam. I've
no,
never
it's
actually seen it.
yeah, I watched like the first few seasons back in the
Mm.
day when it came out. I remember enjoying it. It was one of the like the main things I remember from the show is I thought they handled like the child actor going through puberty well because it like that's always like a weird thing like when you have a show and the young kind of kid like they're cast as like a young kid at the beginning of the show and they just start growing up
Yeah,
obviously and then there's this weird like phase where they're like going through puberty and but like nobody's like acknowledging that they're different now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like in the show, like they're like making fun of him and stuff for it, and like in a way where it just makes it feel more real or whatever. Or it doesn't feel like an elephant in the room type of thing.
Oh, okay.
So it made you. I thought they handled it well because like on the first episode of like a new season, like you can tell he's going through puberty, but then they're like cracking jokes about it, and then you're already over it at that point. Whereas
Yeah.
if they like didn't say anything, it'd be like, "What? He's going through puberty. Like it's not the same as it used to be." I mean, not that it like matters. It's just like one of those things that you're like, "Is anyone gonna acknowledge this?" Or
Yeah. God, all this talk about multicam sitcoms is making me miss them. Like,
yeah, it's
I think it's such a great art form. Like, I don't know.
no, it's definitely a lost art form because
Yeah.
I'll like put on like just random sitcoms sometimes when I work I mean, not that often, but sometimes I'll do it, and like, you can tell that like it was treated more like an art form back in the day. Like they would have like these like moments that they build to, and like it feels like they're writing it as if this is like a cultural moment that's happening or something, you know?
Yeah.
And
And I think it's also a lost art form because actors, I mean, it takes a different skill set of acting, right? Like I'm trying to imagine the actors of today stepping onto a multicam set and it would just be so awkward. Whereas like the best sitcoms, they just own the space, you know, like, and when they speak, it's with this rhythm and it just feels natural, but inherently an unnatural situation, you know, the way
yeah,
they speak and the setting.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
all about naturalism these days, you know, whereas then it was like, I don't know, it's a more stylized version of reality, I guess, or something.
yeah. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because I feel like people nowadays are a lot more self-aware, whereas like back then you can let like things slide because like something like with Friends or something like with that show, like I see comments randomly kind of nowadays where it's like, how do these people afford this? Like,
Yeah.
just like stuff like logistical things that go into like these characters' lives and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like back then it seemed like that you just accepted whatever is kind of going on the screen, you know?
Yeah. And like dialogue these days for any TV shows, sitcom or otherwise, seems to be more focused on adding the ums and the ahs. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm speaking in generalizations, obviously not every
yeah,
show, but like, you know, it's all about how do people really speak. When back then, dialogue was just sharp and witty, and no one talked like that in real life. No one was that quick in real life, but
yeah,
everyone wished they were that quick in real life. I had a witty repartee for everything, you know, kind of thing.
yeah. It was more like a fantasy of like
Yeah,
people's lives back then, but now it's like the opposite of that. Like, yeah, I feel like The Office must have had like
huge
a
impact on
huge
that.
impact because it's like the almost the reverse of that. It's like, what if we just like depict reality and like all the like awkward bits that we would cut out naturally out of like a sitcom, like a multi-camera sitcom? Why don't we just use that as like the basis for all the comedy? And I feel like
Yeah,
that's like people are still kind of in that mindset nowadays.
yeah, and even The Office has great witty lines like, "Oh, how the turntables." You know, there's these like iconic lines. They're just such great comedy writing.
Yeah,
But a lot of it mixed in with like the ums and the ahs and the, I
yeah,
don't know.
just
I've
like the
Yeah.
clunky day-to-day life stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch some like TV these days. Rarely, but I'll watch some comedy or whatever, and I'm just like, where are the jokes?
Yeah.
Like, where are the punchlines? Where, you know?
No, yeah, I know what you mean. It's yeah, it's just like confusing how somebody could think this is funny and
Yeah,
you're just trying to get to the bottom of like what they were going for with the jokes.
yeah. I'm just a grumpy old man opining for the days of witty, witty banter on television.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure it's still out there too. I'm not looking hard enough. I'm sure there's great stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I have no idea what to think anymore. Like I can't tell if there's stuff we're missing or if it's just like Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like streaming really like made it kind of confusing what is
Yeah.
actually out there.
Yeah, I definitely miss television. I miss television a lot.
Yeah, like I miss it. Like yeah, I don't know. Cuz it like I under like it seems like there would be more opportunity nowadays for there to be more variety, but it seems like that's not what's happening. It's just kind of like I don't know, like more shows of like under the same IP, you know? Like there's so many Star Wars shows, there's like
Yeah.
then every other big show is like a spin-off of an already successful show. Then
Yeah.
movies are even doing that too. It's just like based on like a big franchise and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't really tell like if like are we missing stuff or is it just kind of dry right now?
I don't know. It's also hard to find because not everyone's talking about the same thing anymore,
Yeah.
which is a byproduct of streaming and the curse of choice. No one's on the same page.
Yeah.
Like,
Is there
there's no
any
water cooler show, is there? I think it's probably the closest thing is anime these days. I think all younger people are watching anime.
uh
But there's no like American water cooler show right now, is there?
let me
Like,
think.
I
I
mean,
mean,
there
I
was
feel
like
like
your Game of Thrones and stuff, but even the new Game of Thrones series, I don't know a single person watching that. Like,
I feel like maybe like Squid Game or something could have been kind of like that
oh,
because it
that
but
that was probably
like
yeah, that was
Squid Game. But I mean, Squid Game has been like 3 years at this point.
yeah. How about what was the last comedy to do that? A comedy show to have everyone.
I don't know. I really can't think of anything. I mean, maybe yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think You Should Leave didn't
Oh yeah,
I don't think it reached that level, but that was one of those shows where I would hear people talk about it
it
and
hit like
stuff.
a really big, really deep niche.
Yeah.
And I really love that show. I think it's awesome. But,
Yeah, I need to watch more of it.
but yeah, it's definitely not like The Office or something like that.
Yeah, I like that show. The only note I would have for the guy is like just like for some of the sketches like tone down the energy because I feel like that's like the main that's like my main criticism of all comedy is like it would be funnier if you didn't put so much energy into the performance, you know?
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah,
just kind of let it be not like you don't have to like acknowledge to the audience through your performance that this is like a ridiculous scenario that's happening. Like
right,
it almost like works better if you just play it super seriously while you're doing it. Or not
right.
super seriously, but like more less like just like yelling and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But that's like the only kind of like main note I had for some of this stuff. But there's like a lot of sketches that are like super funny from
Yeah,
that show.
yeah. That was probably the closest thing. I guess if you ask 10-year-old boys, it's Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon. Here, wait, let me turn on the AC really quick.
Actually, I'm gonna do that too because it's fucking getting more.
Yeah. Are you there, Mason?
Hello?
Yo.
What up?
Yeah, but young Sheldon. Do you think like the kids watching Young Sheldon know about like all the Big Bang Theory like do you think they even know about the Big Bang Theory? Like
I think they probably do. I mean, my nephew and my niece are like, they seem pretty tech savvy, and they're like little kids, you know. I'm sure they're on the internet just
yeah.
looking random shit up. Like, there was this show called Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
Why are there people laughing in the background? This is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird going from multicam to single cam.
Yeah.
But I mean, guess that's. I mean, honestly, I'd rather have kids watching Young Sheldon than like Mr. Beast, you know? Probably better
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
as,
Yeah.
as cringe as Young Sheldon might be.
Yeah, at least it has like writers who are good at writing
Yeah, it's
in a
like.
room, writing ideas that, you know,
Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't know,
It's
are
not
at least
bot.
a little bit sophisticated.
No, yeah, it's not. It's not money porn or wealth porn. You know, like
Yeah.
Mr. Beast stuff. It's like literally. It's like degenerate content on it. It's just like
Yeah.
just like just oh this is a $3 million car, like look what happens when we shred it, like oh you win a new house, or like it's just like the dumbest shit. Like
Yeah.
so it's like yeah, Young Sheldon might suck, but it's like at least a kid's watching that and maybe they're like they identify with this kid being smart, then that like makes them want to like take school a little more serious. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
stuff you consume definitely has like some type of impact on you, you know?
Yeah, and I think, I don't know. I think narrative is important. Like, I love reality TV as much as the next guy, but
Oh
gotta have
yeah.
a balanced diet, you know? You gotta watch stuff that people have put the time and effort to spin a story, you know?
Yeah.
Excite and titillate you in ways that can't really get from YouTubers or reality TV or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, cuz yeah, I'm glad that I started watching Better Call Saul just because I was
Mm,
getting into like a big pattern of just like watching like reality TV and stuff,
yeah.
and it's yeah, it just gets too easy to throw on, you know.
I think like cult of personality is just so big now. Just because, you know, I mean, like I watch a lot of Twitch streamers now and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's because our society
Yeah.
is a little lonely, a little detached from everyone, you know.
Yeah.
A little alienated.
Yeah, why is that? Like I know that's like a super broad basic question, but like is it literally just like people spend more of their free time on the internet, like on YouTube and shit? Or is it like because jobs are remote now and like why is that like a thing that happens when like with like the internet becoming more prominent?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I don't know. I think it's like, yeah, the more online spaces grow, the more public spaces kind of get abandoned. I think COVID definitely exacerbated it, but every time we talk about, oh yeah, water cooler shows, it's like, a water cooler? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I work from home.
No, yeah. Yeah, there's not even
I
like
don't see any all day.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I guess I think about that stuff a lot, like especially like I don't know, I feel like, you know, us growing up skating and stuff, I feel like public spaces are super important, you know?
Yeah.
Or the idea of like being somewhere with other people and having a shared interest, but like
Yeah.
in a physical space.
No, yeah, I think that's super important.
I feel like I'm more sensitive to that kind of stuff. Like,
That's why I'm like glad that I didn't start learning animation in high school
hmm.
because I feel like that would have just made me way more of a shut-in if I did that. Just
Yeah,
because
that's true, huh?
yeah, because I would usually just go out and skate after school, like in high school and middle school and stuff like that. So if I like sacrificed a bunch of time to like learn a skill at that age, I feel like I might be worse off, you know?
Or you
'Cause-
could be more used to it and more
yeah, yeah,
more prepared for this new world we're in. No.
yeah. Nah, I
No, I feel you though. I Yeah.
feel like you gotta do some trespassing when you're that age, like a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's the good thing about like stuff like skating though. Like there's always kids skate. Like you think about stuff like that where it's like, oh, the kids these days they didn't have it like I had it with this and that. But whenever I go to like a skate park or something, I feel like all those thoughts kind of just fade away because you see kids there and they act just like you would
Yeah.
have like 10, 15 years ago. So it's like, oh, like
100%, yeah.
not like things are changing, but like these things still have weight in the world, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I love skating. Part of why I love skating, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just this new world.
Yeah.
So old.
Yeah.
I don't understand the world anymore.
This digital age.
But I think a lot of people feel that way. I mean, I've heard like, at least with my generation, like a lot of people are deleting like those dating apps and stuff, and
Oh, really?
like at least in LA and stuff, NSF, like the big thing is like run clubs.
Run,
That's the
like,
new dating app is
just
joining
join
a
a
run.
running club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, if that sounds like a good
But
trend,
that's
you
yeah,
know.
it's way better than the apps. It's like you actually meet people in person and
And not only that, but like you're doing like
healthy thing.
like an activity, but also like a physical activity. I feel like doing
Yeah.
physical activities with people like really
Yeah.
brings you closer with them.
Yeah, for sure. That's yeah.
Like
Now
a
that you say it, now that you say that, it is really fascinating how that happens. Like,
yeah, because I remember this was on on I remember this was when January 6th happened. Like me and my brother we were visiting our parents for the winter break, and
mhm.
one of our friends from Florida lives kind of in the area, so we went out and hung out with them for the first time in a while. And like we just took this like long hike, and like I think like we skated a bit too. Like we were just kind of doing like physical activity the whole day, and like
Yeah.
we didn't like look at our phone or anything the whole day. And it just felt like so refreshing, like just to like the soul, you know, like just hanging out
Yeah.
with like an old friend, and then just kind of doing something physical.
God,
And
that's the best. Yeah.
it was just funny because it was like when we got home, like they're like, "Have you seen the news? Like January 6th happened." Like I was like, "What the fuck? I didn't know any of this happened. I just had like one of the best days in a while. Didn't know the government was being infiltrated by God knows who." But yeah, like anytime I go out and skate again, or even like going on this has happened like a bunch where like I go on a bike ride for the first
Mhm.
time in a long time, and
Yeah.
then I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why don't I continue doing this like all the time? And then I'll like get into like a habit of doing it again, but then I kind of like inevitably fall out of doing it. But whenever I like go on a bike ride, I'm like, this is like one of the like funnest things to do, you know? Like you can just kind of like listen to music and you're exercising, but you're
Yeah.
also like exploring places, and just super simple but really fun.
No, yeah, I feel that. It's like everything worth doing has that little hump you have to get over of actually getting started,
Yeah,
and then it enriches you.
yeah,
All the easy shit without that hump, it just drains you, you know.
yeah, no, for sure. Because I mean, it's especially with skating because I'll like skate again like in the first time for a while, and the last time I skated with my brother, like I felt I felt like I was back into it again. Like I didn't feel like rusty like I usually do,
Mm.
and it was just like it made me feel like, oh, like I'm like a bird that's just like not allowing myself to fly by not skating continuously, because like I would be like
Yeah.
flying around the park and like launching off like ramps and stuff, and it like just thinking about how like I just like appreciated that I'm able to do that, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like it is like really fun to just fly around on a board.
Yeah. Well, we are gonna figure something out and skate before you move.
Yeah.
But it's only for you guys are only moving for what, like a month, you said, or
Now it'll be a few months.
oh, a
We
few
gotta,
months.
yeah, we gotta wait until uh the new office is like
Word.
set up, but
Gotcha.
it'll probably be I don't know, probably like 4 months maybe.
Oh, damn. Maybe I'll come visit you guys up there. I have some friends up there to visit too, so
No, yeah, that would be fun.
maybe we can hang out up there at some point.
Yeah, that would be fun to do.
Yeah, if you want to keep streaming while you're up there too, I'm super down.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I want to keep streaming definitely.
Heck yeah. Oh, I should probably eat something.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Basin.
Of course. Anytime.
Good first stream back.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, for anybody watching, we'll be back at it weekly again. So just keep posted. We'll be back.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, also I'll have a new animated short out soon. So I'm just finishing that up. So look out for that too.
Coming very soon.
Yeah, this month.
Yes.
No more months going by not having this shit done. I'm gonna start being strict with this shit so I need to just be able to like yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna kick myself into gear for the next thing so it happens smoother, but yeah, look out for that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.